Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading, a very late version of your reading, but your reading nonetheless. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, those intuitively guided. Welcome everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into your reading, okay? And then if I need to talk about anything, we'll go ahead and do that after the reading. So let's begin. We're going to start with the Tibetan singing bowl. Piece of hair in her. Let me get that out of there. So you just want to go ahead and clear your mind, which I need to also. Just kind of get lost in the tone. And let's begin. Beautiful. It is Saturday afternoon, and there's a lot of activity in the house, which is good. I like it that way. So we may hear some bumps and bangs and laughter and crying and, you know, all that. But we'll get through it. Okay, we're going to use the Universal Tarot, and I'm going to give a couple shuffles. One more. We just had the super full moon in Virgo, and I have to tell you guys, boy, did it change my energy. I don't know, like, you know, I'm just feeling the moon's energy more and more. Good and bad. But it's been difficult energy beforehand, and the moon seemed to lighten up. So good. Okay, my beautiful Capricorns, what's going on? What's going on? This is the energy of now, which I think I'm going to start all my readings this way. Yeah, just the energy of now moving forward. Capricorn. What can we know? Okay, so we open your reading, excuse me, with the Eight of Wands. I like the energy of the Eight of Wands. You know, this is something coming in, can be coming in quickly, can feel chaotic when it comes in, but it's a blessing. You know, the energy of what I think about, I bring about, to a point. You know, I don't want people to fear that, like, oh my God, like sometimes I think these negative thoughts are going to bring it to me. No. You know, who did I listen to? I forget who it was that talked about if you keep a thought for 17 seconds, it can change your energy. I know this for a fact. I do it all the time. If I'm sad, I force myself to smile, or I put on a comedy. You know, I know that I can change my own energy, and I know you can too, and many of you know that now. Okay, so this is about something coming in towards us. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's more about something coming in. I have the moon, card of Pisces, can also be Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. It is the card of Pisces. Let's put the cards on, then we'll talk about them. I have the Ten of Swords. I have the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I have the Magician. King of Wands is looking right at that Ten of Swords, almost like absorbing it. Ten of Swords to me feels like, you know, this is talking about the past, no doubt. It has to, right? Ten of Swords has to be talking about the past. It's what's already happened to me. It's the energy that, you know, sometimes is put upon me. So this King of Wands is looking right at that with the Magician at his back. So I definitely feel like this King of Wands wants to manifest something. Manifest something out of what was once, I don't know, I'm hearing destruction. Felt like destruction. Felt like destruction. It wasn't destruction, but it felt like destruction. Person on the Ten of Swords, though, is definitely aware of these swords. Definitely aware, seeing these swords coming to them. So some of these swords that I've absorbed, you know, when I look at the Ten of Swords, you know, it's not pleasant energy. It just isn't. It's the energy of what feels like has been done to us. Feels that way. Doesn't mean we didn't have a part in it. You know, one thing I'm really learning lately through my readings is it's really important to see our part in everything. And I feel because we're really moving out of the energy of victimhood, you know, feeling like a victim, or we have the ability to. Someone's recognizing, I feel like this King of Wands is recognizing some of the hurtful things that he or she may have done in the past. Again, this is about past action. It definitely feels like they have an awareness over this. And as the Magician at their back, this is what they're thinking about. I really feel like I'm picking up on someone else's energy more than those who are listening. So, you know, someone that you have dealt with. Anyway, I feel like this king, like this king has been in thought. Seeing the swords that they placed within you. I mean, you know, they are looking at it, and how do I want to say this? They've taken it on. You know, what it feels like is someone who, well, two people who had quite a rough time of it, at least at the end of their relationship. Now, the end of a relationship, you know, an end can be a month, but an end can last for years. I don't really feel that, though. I'm not really feeling like, I keep getting the word destruction, but I don't feel like this is what I felt like for years, but I definitely felt it. And I just have to say, I can't be mad at this king because he's seeing it. And that's all we can ask of someone. Just see it. Acknowledge it. There's growth within this person. And I feel like saying like it or not, because I know some of you are going to be like, bullshit. well, like it or not, there's growth within this person. And I do believe that they are the ones who, well, I feel like they definitely want to communicate. And I feel like what they want to communicate about is how they have recognized their part. Okay, let's keep going. I'm picking up the energy of August. I've been getting August in a lot of readings. But I feel like July, August, in that area. That, of course, won't be for everyone, but I am feeling, definitely feeling that, a time period. We have the Four of Swords. It did come in reverse. And I'm going to leave it in reverse because I feel like that's what it wants. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm going to be talking more about other people and their effect in your life than directly at you, but we'll see. I want to say, first thing I'm noticing with this Four in reverse is the swords falling away. Swords are falling away. And listen, they're falling away if we allow them. So here's the energy of making a decision of, am I going to keep this, anger, sadness? Am I going to keep it, or am I going to let it go? I think they have had help realizing their ways. I'm feeling Scorpio energy for some of you. And that's why, when you get a king or a queen of a certain suit, it doesn't always mean that it's that person. It's the action of that suit. So, fire, what it's showing me, it's definitely showing me some intuitive energy, some reflection. But reflection without judgment. So one, it's like one being shown their ways, but not feeling judged over it. And because of that, I feel like this is what allowed this king to understand his part in something. And I do feel like right now the king is taking on all of it. So feeling responsible for all of it. Maybe, maybe not. But that's what he's taking on right now. I also feel like this king may have gone through something with health. Could be a job, but what I'm feeling is, for some reason, I am not doing my everyday things. And maybe that means like waking up, going to work, coming home, or going out, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not, I wasn't doing that. I kind of feel like I have a flu, and which forces me into bed, and I'm feeling a time period. Like, there's a time period. This downtime for them is exactly, it's like purposely, it's like the universe purposely giving them the flu, putting them down, which with the Wand's energy, kind of is really the only thing that will stop the Wand's family, right? Because Wand's active. So I do feel like I have been, I get the flu, And while I'm just laying there doing nothing but, suffering from symptoms, my mind starts thinking. And because there's nothing else to do. So boy, does it feel like there was purpose behind whatever it is. I put them in that bed, or even it was like a temporary unemployment, something stopped them in their tracks. I have the Fool, and listen, this Fool energy is because of that. So I've looked at my actions. I've analyzed them. I've seen them from above. I've seen them from below. I know now what I need to do to rectify the situation. I do feel like they have hurt all on their own. And I know some of you are out there right now going, good. Good. Well, that's not unconditional love, but that's your choice. Because with the Fool showing up, this is about the clearing of the energy. Directly related to this Four of Swords. So it is that time period. Maybe it was 4 months, Maybe they broke a leg, which is weird that I'm thinking that right now. Yeah, but it's a time period. So it's funny because at first I was thinking like 7 days, but now I'm feeling it's a little bit longer. Maybe it's the accumulation of it. I feel the Fool is new energy. New energy. I'm still the same person, but I present myself now with new energy. I am able to let go of the past. I also feel like this king or queen, I feel like if you're watching and this king feels like you've done something to hurt them, I feel like there's forgiveness. Not just forgiveness, but even an understanding over it. I definitely feel forgiveness. And like I said earlier, where I feel like whatever this is, it kind of held them in place and really didn't give them didn't give them the say so whether they faced this energy or not. Universal source, I want you to feel this. Maybe even like that not instant karma, but feeling something happens where now I have to feel what I have done to another, and this is what makes me understand, because now I feel it. Now I've gone through it. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Male, female. I feel like someone may have been sent flowers to their place of employment. Whether you work for the company or you work for yourself. I also feel that this King of Swords, again, can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I also feel like this is a king who is ready to state their truth, and has built a stronger foundation for themselves. I'm noticing a little birdie here whispering into her ear. And I feel like this bird is bringing truth. I feel like it's to you. You know, Spirit uses birds a lot to bring signs to us. So some of you may have been seeing a lot of birds. And, you know, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but for some reason I'm thinking Capricorn has probably had more signs given from birds than any other sign. I don't know why I'm saying it. I was going to say I don't know if it's true, but it has to be true. It has to be true. I see progression right away. I feel like if someone is also, I do feel like this is related to love. Romantic love, it feels that way. But, it can be anything. But I do feel, I do kind of feel like communication, when it comes in, I do feel it's going to come through your employment. Now, maybe you have someone blocked and they have no other way to reach you. Maybe they are nervous to actually speak to you voice to voice. And you know what? I want to stop for a second and I want to bring out the Cosmic Tarot. And I just want to throw a couple clarifiers before we go any further. I want to look at both kings a little bit deeper. And I do want to look at the King of Swords first, to bring them front and center. And I'm saying the King of Swords because this King of Swords is looking right at me. King of Swords wants my attention, wants me to clarify, to make sure that I'm getting the message right for you. So it feels kind of important. That's just too many cards. I did see the Ace of Wands, though. So again, I do feel like there is action. I have the Prince of Swords, and I have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This could certainly be your energy with the Prince of Swords coming out. I do feel like an apology, a recognition of your feelings. And again, I'm feeling through work. Some of you may be tied to someone at your job too. Now, when I say that, it doesn't always necessarily mean that we work in the same office. They may deliver packages to you. They may be the postman, the postwoman. They can be anything, but there's a connection through that. And Capricorn, I also feel that I want to say, if you have been looking for funds, or, what I'm feeling is someone improving their credit score with purpose to then receive a loan, finances, but not just, my credit score. I do feel like, there's something that I want to do, but the finances is what has stopped me. I feel like that can change. Of course, if you wanted to change it, you might have to apply for a loan. But I do think you'll get it. Or you may be asking a family member. I do feel like, even if you've asked before, I do feel like there's a chance this time of you really getting it. Because you yourself, I feel, financially, there's improvement. And not just financially, not just improvement within your finances, but I feel like improvement within my clarity. Like little things that have been standing in front of where I want to go with something being lifted. Kind of like the Virgo supermoon. Things being lifted so opportunity can come back in again. I'm kind of feeling like you and this king both being purposely held in place. But then it's like the sprint. It's like the gates are lifted and boom, you guys are off. Somebody may tell you that they've seen your ex, or they've talked to your ex, or even your ex contacting them, and I feel it's about you. It's a way to reach you without directly reaching you. I don't know why, but I feel like this king is worried about hearing your voice. Not worried about it. I think they would love to hear your voice, but worried. Will you just hang the phone up on them? So they're going about it in a slower approach, but there's clarity. Okay, let's look at this King of Wands a little deeper. I feel like I know him already, though, to be honest. I feel like I know what's in his heart. I don't really want to dig in too much of the past, because this is not about the past, and I can tell by the cards that you have that it wouldn't really serve any of us to focus on the past. There's been hurt, there's been pain, there's been hurtful words, maybe even hateful words. Recognition over that, a period of forcing someone to look at that, look at their part in it, but then being able to let it go. Because I feel like this king realizes, if I don't let this go, and by the way, I want to also say this includes those where you may feel like you did something. Because I feel like there's forgiveness. But more important than the forgiveness is the ability to then let it be and not bring it, we may discuss it again, but it's about letting it go, truly letting it go. And that's your choice, right? But readings are really about what's the potential. What is our potential? So when you hear in a reading about letting go of past energy, it is not a lie. Because if you don't let it go, it will continue to drag you back. This Fool is a big old zero. Big old zero. It's a new beginning. Another chance. Another chance. It can go any old way, right? Because the Fool's got to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But here is a chance, and I feel like saying to get it right. At least in their mind and in their heart. Okay. Oh, I just still didn't take cards on them yet. I do feel like, though, Capricorn, during this evidently split. I do feel like what it's done for you, it's allowed you to concentrate more on your foundation. And that's important to you. I know that, and they know that. Stability means the world to you. And I get that, being a Virgo. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm feeling like this king may have been someone, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, because again, it's personal choice. You know what energy I can accept in my life and I can't. But I do feel like this king was someone who would go to work and instead of coming home, you know, go and maybe have a couple drinks with the guys, or if it's a female, with the girls. I'm not feeling like, you know, I'm not feeling hanky-panky with that. Just that alone was a little bit of a problem. And I'm saying that because, you know, it doesn't always have to be a problem. I know that. But here, it was a problem to someone. You know, it was, and I mean that as in, you know, babe, I'll be home at 7 for dinner. And then they come in the door at 9. And once, twice, maybe 3 times, it's okay. But after a while, we're all just going to get fed up with that, right? After a while. Look at that, 5 of Wands. So, definitely a past relationship. And, this is the energy of mirroring each other. You know, it's like I can feel the arguing right in this card alone. I can feel it. And by the way, it's going to fall under this 10 of Swords too. So we never really got clarity over those swords. You know, those swords that pierced my heart. Not just my heart though, my mind and my intuition. It's affected every part of me. Definitely showing the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nothing resolved, back and forth. Nothing resolved. Queen of Pentacles. Again, your energy, or Taurus and Virgo, or another Capricorn. And I'll be honest, I feel like the Queen came out to show me both of you, because it has the 5 in the middle between the two of you. Now, just the way I laid the cards, I have to say, and you know, I don't do it purposely. I lay the cards and then I look later to see what I've done, if it stands out to me. But I see both the King and the Queen looking right at the 5 of Wands. Now, when you get 5, that is about change, right? So I can change this action. You're a lot alike. Even if you're different signs, don't let that fool you. I have 2 people looking at it. I do have to say, I feel like you are not directly looking at it yet. And when I'm saying looking at it, that means I want to solve it. Right? I don't want to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know why I'm repeating that so much. Do I have him looking right at it, and I have you facing it, but not really looking at it yet? Okay. Well, if nothing else, this is showing us the direct tie. Let's keep moving. Oh, I'm using the wrong deck, but I feel like I have to take these. So we're going to add these. And these are in reverse. We're going to read these like a little side note. There's the Queen of Swords. So we have the King and the Queen. 8 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. This could possibly have been a marriage for some. Not everyone, because I have two different kings, and I'm getting queen energy coming up with that. Again, it can be same sex. When you're looking at a reading, am I the king? Am I the queen? Am I more the masculine, I hate to say take charge, because I take charge. Well, I mean, I carry both. I carry masculine and feminine. We all do. So anyways, you're just going to put yourself in wherever it makes sense for you. Okay, let's look at this. Capricorn, I feel like this is more you here. Because I feel like, again, this person up here has had clarity of mind and help from source to have that clarity of mind. Again, being, like, I don't know, put in place. Maybe they got in a car accident. I'm not feeling anything serious other than it forces me on my back and it forces me into my mind, which then forces me into my heart. I do feel like at right this moment, you might say no. So with the communication, you might turn it down, or you have turned it down. And it doesn't mean they're going to stop. I know that. Why have you turned it down? Because you don't believe that this can work. You don't believe that either one of you have, well, you know, maybe you're not thinking either one of us or more them, that there can't be change. And I get it, they get it, and Source gets it, but that doesn't make it so, okay? Because I do feel like there is change, tremendous change. They may be going through this process right now with the Fool at the end of this line, but they're going to go through it, or they have gone through it, and you know, they're just going to feel a lot lighter because of it. Now, it could be you, right? So it's either happening to you or you're doing it. I have the Wheel of Fortune now. And again, you know, these cards wanted to come out, so I have to take them seriously. Wheel of Fortune is about destiny. It is about, well, I mean, things can get better, things can get worse, or things can stay the same. Because it's attached to the Eight of Swords, that's the energy of fear. And fear is holding me in place. And it's holding me in place. Whether I know that or not. Eventually, I will know that. Especially with the wheel right next to it. But right now, it is showing me that your fear is stronger than your, what do I want to say here without insulting anyone, because I don't mean it that way ever. How do I want to say this? My fear, you know, okay, here's the thing. I feel like you want this person. I do feel like you want this person. You know, and if you don't, this reading's probably not for you, because I feel like in your heart of hearts, you would like to get back with this person. What's the fear? The fear is repeating the hard times. With the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles in reverse, you're not seeing the higher picture. You're not. You're looking at it from a 3D version, which is fine. You know, we have these awakenings when we're ready to have these awakenings. But in my heart of hearts, I would like another chance. Then eventually I have to force myself out of certain types of energy. But it is showing me at right this moment, you don't believe that it could be everything that it could be. with the right energy, with the full energy. So we can talk about what happened, but we are not to live in it. Matter of fact, if I accept this eventually back into my life, it's clear to me that the more I can let the past be the past and take it just for the wisdom that it was meant for, the more successful I'll be in everything. Okay, this gave us a nice insight to where you are right now. You know, what you're thinking. Let's keep going. I like the way those popped out. Look at that, Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups. We're getting all kinds of king activity here. You just had the Page of Pentacles in reverse. They have the Page of Pentacles upright. King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. That's weird, the order I said that in. This king is about an open heart, a loving heart. Yes, there's also, you know, negative qualities within this king too, but this is not why he's coming out. He's coming out to show us, especially when it's coming under the King of Wands, who is the man of action, the man prepared to take action in time, right? In time, that they're legit, that they're coming to you with love, not excuses. They're coming to you with love, not excuses. It's showing me with the page next to him that, again, going through the process of learning one's, what are they learning? They're learning about love. They're learning about their heart. Some of them had to look at what has caused them certain actions. You know, it's not just about them looking at you and them together. This is also them looking at their life and what may have caused them to do certain things in their life, just like we do. You know, we do things we don't always mean to do, but sometimes it relates back to something from our childhood. Nonetheless, this king has been learning that, truly been learning that. And I don't know, I just love the progression of these kings, right? Because this king is definitely seeing what these 10 swords are all about, and then going through a process, coming then as the King of Swords, which is about truth, once I mess up a word, I can't get it. It's about his truth. Is truth to you, but also he has learned the truth within himself. And then the evolution of him becoming the King of Cups. The open heart, exactly what is needed. And it's all been a learning process for him or her. And I have to say, I feel like this king is also thinking about your future, thinking about different ways that he can then turn around and make you happy. You know, it feels like, I want to say too, for some of you, this king could then come in and offer in some way to help you get something off the ground. So he's looking at you as a whole, not just as my lover, but he's realizing like some of your dreams. Some of you put your dreams on the back burner, and it's about to change if you wanted to. We have the Ace of Swords, getting a lot of things in reverse. And I have the Hangman, which came sideways. Sometimes I pay attention to this energy of how a card shows up, and sometimes I don't. Here, I definitely feel like I'm meant to. So, with the Hangman like this, you know, why is the Hangman put himself in that tree searching for wisdom? He or she is okay for a time period of seeking this wisdom, the wisdom to move forward. I feel like this is showing us that it may not happen right away, but it's in movement. So I feel like almost the full awakening. This could be you too, though, because you have not had that awakening either. You may have had an awakening with a lot of things in your life, but not over this person yet. So that's keeping us sideways, so to speak. That's not a bad thing. You know, the hangman moves when the hangman's ready, and there's nothing wrong with that. The hangman is not an energy of fear, though. I want you to understand that. So I'm not hanging here out of fear. I'm hanging here because I want to learn. I want to learn from my mistakes. I want to understand my mistakes. So when I do choose to move, it's with a clear mind and knowledge. Knowledge becomes my weapon. Wisdom. The sword is upside down. So I know I have two totally different energies here. You're not feeling it. You don't know whether you're going to believe it. The Ace of Swords in a reading, reversed or not, is still good energy. Any ace is still good energy. It means it's in the atmosphere. It just may not have been recognized yet. But it's here. It's the potential is here, right? The potential doesn't go away, especially with the hangman beside it. Just shows me that the potential's always there, always will be there, but it's up to the two people involved. Okay, interesting. Let's keep going. Oh, and look what I just did. I put the hangman in the awareness state. I feel like what you're thinking right now is, if this person showed up, or if this person called me, and we started talking, could I believe what they're saying? I don't know. I don't know if I could at this point. Yet, at the same time, I want to say at least 90% of what they say will be their authentic truth. How they see it, their perspective of it. But it's not from ego, though. So there's a difference here. This Ten of Swords is about ego. And I feel like this person's had an ego death. But can I believe it? Maybe not. Hangman, again, coming sideways, could be, you know what? Give it some time. Maybe listen. Just listen. Without reacting right away. Hear it out. And then make a decision. But it doesn't feel like there's a need to take anything quickly. This could be the energy also of listening and then taking it slow. Will you want me back? Then we need to redate. We need to date each other and not move directly into a relationship again. We need to start it fresh from zero. Wine and dine me, so to speak. Because if you're not going to give back anything, then anyone will eventually walk away, right? Because they have to have their cup of love filled too. Okay, interesting. Keep going. I have a big smile on my face right now, and I don't know why. I just realized, I'm almost ready to start laughing. So I'm feeling a different energy from when I began. And it's much more pleasant. This person might make you laugh. And it might be exactly what you need right now. You may make them laugh, but you may make each other laugh. That may be a clue for some of you. Because I'm telling you, I just realized I had this big, gigantic smile on my face. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. Let's move these up a little bit. I was going to make this a shorter reading, but I don't want to now. You know, and that's why my readings are so long. Because once I open up the gate, I want to know everything for you. And for my own curiosity. But that's because I love you guys. Alright, I have the Knight of Swords. I feel like putting him over there. You know what I'm noticing with the Knight of Swords is this energy is rushing in towards you, and it's rushing towards the Hangman. So I'm not really ready for this to come in towards me, but it's going to come in anyway. I'm not really ready for it. It may even feel a little overwhelming. But you can handle it. You know, and I have to say, I want you to think about, I don't know, I feel like there's a need to say, if this is what you really want, then give them the opportunity to tell you their truth. See it from their perspective, because I feel like they have seen it from yours. And they may have even gone through something that they put you through, which, you know, you can say good. But what it's done is it's awakened that in them. It's given them the realization of it. It is karma. You know what, I want to, before I continue, no wonder I'm not getting a card. I want to look at just this king, since we looked at the other kings. Let's pull the King of Cups. And let's look at just his energy now. Whether it be a person or just the energy of the King of Cups. Let's look at him. I have the Sun. I have the Ten of Swords. And I have the World. Wow. I also have goosebumps. And the reason why I have goosebumps is because as soon as these cards came out, I could feel what they're feeling. The Sun against the Ten of Swords is illumination over it. Not illumination so I can rehash it and rehash it. No, it's an illumination over what caused it so that it can end. No way the Ten of Swords can exist with the Sun next to it. The Sun will win out. Right, it will win out. This is definitely showing us this person's progression through whatever these Ten of Swords were. And look at this. Then the World card. They want to change the world. They want you back. You want them back. You know, I have to say, is this for everyone? No, it's not for everyone. Can it be for everyone? I, right this moment, feel like it depends on what I'm willing and unwilling to do. What I'm willing to face and what I'm unwilling to face. And I feel like I gotta leave that there. The World card is change in my life. Doesn't mean my whole life, it doesn't mean everything in my life is changing, but something major changes. And I feel like this is a wish and a possibility. When you go into the World energy, you're going into a very spiritual time. So I am bringing my spirituality into my 3D, and I'm learning to live from that energy. Not ego. Ego will still be involved here and there. You know, we can still get in fights. But if we see it, you know, and that's the thing. With the Sun against this Ten of Swords, doesn't mean two people won't fight again. Of course you're going to fight again. You're human. But we recognize it now. We recognize maybe our hateful words to each other. And because of that recognition, we can truly change what type of couple we are. Comes through spirituality. This person is having an awakening, and I have no doubt in my mind. And I do feel like this awakening is coming for you. Even if you feel like you've had an awakening, there's a different type of awakening coming. You know, different senses being awakened. The person wants forever. And that's what the world is. And you have the sun illuminating that. It's rebirth. It's also energy of youthfulness, right? Behaving like I did in my youth. And I don't mean crazy, but I mean as in I didn't feel the weight of the world on me at that point. And even if I did feel that, I dealt with it much easier. I never analyze it. And, you know, hello, we're Earth. We overanalyze. People say that to me, and I'm like, no. But I know there's times. If I'm aware of it, I see it when it's happening, I can change it immediately. So can you. This is, my God, Capricorn, this is awareness. This is awareness, though, that brings you to a truly happy place. And again, I want to say, and I don't know why I keep wanting to say this, please don't expect things to be perfect all the time. And I don't know if you do, but somebody does, because I'm feeling it. You know, I had to accept the lows and the highs. But those lows don't have to be so low, and they don't have to last more than a heartbeat. It's up to me. It's always been up to me. But now I know it. I didn't realize it before. Now I do. And that alone can change your life. I like the king. You may not like the king right now, but I am liking this king. These kings. Okay. So I should stop right there. But I feel like going one more row. Hello, baby. 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, this king, or queen, I don't know, I have to keep saying that. I do feel like they're, I mean, somehow, I want to say this in a way where it doesn't sound like because of them, it then gives you an opportunity. You are the one who, you have all the nuggets of gold, which I'm calling wisdom, the ability, you know, the know-how. But they want, you know, they want to see you succeed within your dreams. They do. They want you to have your dreams. They want you to have it all. Five of Pentacles with that. Wow. Some of you lived with this person before. Not everyone, but you know, you don't necessarily have to live with them, but there may be some distance between the two of you now. Five of Pentacles is that wounded energy, feeling wounded. But within that energy, there is someone by my side. Who's that person? Some type of soul energy. You know, like part of a soul contract where, okay, so, you know, hey Kathy, when you and Tom go through this breakup, you know, this is what you're saying in heaven before you come to earth. You know, when you go through this breakup, I'm going to come in at that point and help you through that time period to get you through it. Whether I'm coming in for a minute or the rest of your life. Coming in with purpose. And it's to help you through this period. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. It's your foundation, your foundation, your foundation. And I want to say, The coming back together, this may require you or them to change cities, change homes, someone leaving their foundation to go to someone else's. So you're either you will eventually, if you choose, end up moving in with them or them with you, or you could just be buying a house together and both selling their own, where we were, like where I'm at and where they're at, the coming together. And I feel like when I said that there was a soulmate put in place for you, I feel like that's another clue for some people, as in you, and I don't know why I'm thinking Timmy and Tommy, like you'll be like, oh, okay, soulmate being put in place for you. I swear to God, they can be there for 5 minutes, but something within you, there's some type of realization happens because they were there, even if it's only for 5 minutes. By the way, this guy's got a broken leg. Some of you, I wonder if your king broke his leg, because I felt that earlier. So, and it's just funny how I'm seeing it in the card right now, a broken leg. And perhaps this soul energy I'm talking about, this soul person, this soulmate, I'm saying soulmate, but not romantically, being put in place for them, because I did feel like, someone helping them with clarity. This could be family. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. Hello, Abundance. I love when the Ace of Pentacles comes out for Earth, because I feel like it's the strongest ace. It's the ace that changes everything. Again, you were looking for a loan, you're thinking of asking for money, especially with the Ten of Pentacles there. I feel like this is a time. The time period's coming up. And, I kind of feel like since after the Virgo super full moon, because my energy completely changed. Expansion. Really living life happily in the 3D. See what comes out with it. I'm just noticing, I know some people have headphones on, don't see the monitor, and that's okay. But I just want to show you, like here, this looks like, what do you call that when, like at a wedding, what they stand under? It almost looks like this is where we're going, and it looks very inviting to me. But I'm going through this entrance here. It feels like it's the entrance of love and abundance. Oh my gosh. Temperance. Beautiful. Card of Sagittarius. This is about divine timing. This is saying I am on the right path. I just need to have patience. Maybe I need a little bit more patience. But look what Temperance is bringing in. It's Temperance bringing in this Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. I'm looking at the sky right now, thinking in my head, thank you, Source. Thank you. For you. This isn't for me, but for you. Just thank you for bringing this in for my beautiful Capricorns. Divine timing. There was patience needed because, I think with Temperance, like the mixing of the fire and water, and it's not instant. That's why we need patience. Fire and water being developed, like each perspective being developed, redeveloped, until it's perfect. As perfect as it can be. Coming under the King of Cups. So, it's almost like Temperance is saying we needed to develop this person's heart. And this doesn't happen overnight. This takes time because it's through the Ten of Swords. So there's a lot of gray area that needed hashed out within themselves. Universe working with them on your behalf. And with the wheel her earlier, it's kind of telling me this is just part of destiny. Even the bad times happen for a reason, because we have growth from that. And you guys know it if you really think about it. You will have growth. Okay, a couple more cards. You know, when Temperance comes out too, with certain cards, I do think a twin flame. But it doesn't have to be at all. Seven of Wands. What I felt right away is this person is overcoming their ego. It's going to be both of you overcoming your ego. The card is about defending one's actions, feeling I need to defend myself. You know, defend my beliefs. And they may be coming in, no. This may be you, you know, putting up a little armor like, I need to defend myself. But this is also the ability of overcoming what my ego is telling me, what my mind is telling me. It has to come from my heart. Heart energy. Heart energy. And by the way, it's on Temperance side, so it's showing me that, yeah, ego did have to be overcome. And I feel like it's both. Especially with the Ace of Swords right above it in reverse. You know, if it would have come too soon, would I have been destructive within my words? When in my heart, it's not the way I would have wanted to be. It's not the way I want to approach this. But with anger within me, it's the way I would have approached it. Temperance is saying, okay, we recognize that. You had every right to feel the way you felt. But through destiny, this is what you wanted. This is who you want. So we have to give the time for the evolution, for transformation. Trust in that. Give it time. But look at your own ego. You know, if you want this to be the best it can be. 7 is spiritual. So again, it is, you know, the fire and water to me right now with Temperance feels like my earthly world and my spiritual world becoming one. We have the Emperor. The Emperor is able to handle his emotions, her emotions. The Emperor is the ruler of the people because of his experiences, because he understands the people. That's how he can rule them in this way. In the upright, by the way. Card of Aries, too. The Hierophant. We had the Hierophant earlier. Card of Taurus, by the way. I don't know if I said it earlier. So this is the second time we're getting the Hierophant. One was in a clarifier. But nonetheless, second time. So, you know, someone's Capricorn, Taurus. You know, and I said that it doesn't necessarily have to be Capricorn, Taurus, but... And then we have the Death card. Now, I have to tell you, I did feel Scorpio energy very strong also. And Death card is about Scorpio energy. The last time we had the Hierophant, it was in reverse. It's now in the upright. So it's showing me that, you know, what is the Emperor, the Hierophant, talking about. Talking about the growth that's been happening. The ability to overcome for sure, but the ability to come from a higher mind, my higher self. Letting my higher self guide me. Not lower energy. Has the keys to the kingdom. It feels like the keys to a house to me for some reason. But maybe it's going to feel like a kingdom. Death card at the end of this energy is the ability to let things go without resistance. Because why? Because where the universe wants to take me next, or even my soul wants to take me next, there's no need to resist it. It's beauty. Think of death and what happens after death. All the hardships released from the body. The body's released. All the lower ways of thinking gone. No need to resist. It can be pure beauty if I allow it. Okay, I'm going to stop with those cards, but as before, because we clarified the kings, I now want to look at the emperor. And before I look at the emperor, is there anything else I want to look at? Not really. I feel like this reading is very clear. Quite beautiful. Okay, let's look. Let's look at the emperor first. I also feel as the emperor, this is where, I'm feeling really stable in my life too. I'm moving into a very stable time. And I feel like that does include finances. 3 of Wands. Wow. Very optimistic energy, right? This is the glass is half full. It's not half empty anymore. It's half full. And it's filling up quick. It feels like a job well done. Like, job well done, Capricorn. Now, it's also perspective, right? I'm changing my perspective. Okay, I'm just going to have to tell you what I'm seeing right now. I'm looking at my window, and my neighbor, who I've not met, just pulled his pants down to take a pee, facing right towards me. I'm sure he's drunk. So I'm sitting here looking right at him. Oh, and here comes a cop. Oh my God. You guys, a cop is arresting him. He pulled his wee-wee out, started to pee, and next thing you know, there's a cop behind him, and they are taking him away. Wow. Wow. I don't know if that is going to match anything in the reading, but wow. That's like instant karma. That is instantly paying for my action. Oh my. Okay. Anyway. Here we have this 4 of Swords again. And we have the Princess of Pentacles. I feel like this is your energy now. I feel like this is now moving into you, going through. Even if you've analyzed and looked at these 10 of Swords before, you, my friend, are getting a different perspective. If you allow yourself to, you're seeing it from a different perspective, and that can change everything. Princess of Pentacles, perfect energy for you coming out. I am willing to learn. I am willing to learn about my actions and about love energy. For some of you, I'm adding meditation. I'm adding periods of quiet time into my life to help me reflect. And through that, getting tremendous growth. And through that, honestly, the cup is now half full. Beautiful. You are becoming the emperor. Even if there's an Aries you're interested in, it can, it's still that. But I do feel like you are becoming the emperor and the Hierophant. You are coming from such a higher wisdom. And it was transformation. It was a process. It was an important process. It was a hurtful process. But man, what it opens up to you, if you allow it, if you allow this potential, what it opens up is quite beautiful. And I am going to leave it there because I just find this beautiful. I could not be happier for you. I just couldn't, even if I take the other person out of it, it's showing me within yourself. Within yourself. I don't know. I'm so proud of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you, as Temperance would say, for your patience waiting for this reading. Often the last is the best. Mwah! I'm so happy. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.